Breaking news, key foreign markets take a dive after Wall Street's worst day since 9/11. Which companies are next? We'll tell you. McCain versus Biden. Both candidates are here to face off with their economic prescriptions. And our money team is ready to take your questions. Ike's hangover. President Bush travels to Texas as millions struggle without power.
This is my first time back, and we just saw our house, and it's pretty devastating.
And chemicals in your baby's plastics. Are they putting your children at risk? A major study out today. That and more early this Tuesday morning, September 16th, 2008.
Looking live at Lower Manhattan, Wall Street is waking up this Tuesday morning to find it wasn't just a bad dream. Yesterday was the worst day for stocks in 7 years, and already today we're seeing major drops in the Asian markets. Good morning, everyone. I'm Maggie Rodriguez along with Harry Smith. Julie Chen is off this morning.
Yeah, everybody wants to know what's going to happen today. I don't think anybody really knows, because the markets went down yesterday, seemed pretty stable, and by the end of the trading day, it just went right off the cliff.
A lot of the Asian markets were closed yesterday for a holiday, so today is when we're seeing their reaction. Nikkei average in Japan is down to a 3-year low. In Hong Kong, the Hang Seng lost 5%. Ahead this morning, we're going to talk to presidential candidate John McCain and vice presidential candidate for the Democrats Joe Biden about this and what they plan to do to fix it if elected.
And the other wild card in all of this is AIG, the giant insurance company. They secured some help from New York State yesterday with a governor, but they are far from out of the woods in terms of their financial crisis. Let's talk right now about what is the latest on this money meltdown. Asian stock markets, as Maggie just suggested, are not quite in free fall, but in trouble this morning. Tokyo's Nikkei lost nearly 5%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng hit a 2-year low. The Federal Reserve meets today in Washington to consider cutting a key interest rates. And oil prices continue to plunge because of a slowdown of the world economy. Crude dropped below $92 this morning overseas in overseas trading. Let's go to early show national correspondent Jeff Glor, who's at the New York Stock Exchange with more this morning. Good morning, Jeff.
Harry, good morning to you. Here's what the Dow and the S&P are doing this morning. Much of the focus this morning remains on AIG, that giant insurance company that could be getting a loan of up to $20 billion, but might need quadruple that to survive. On Wall Street, a wild weekend became a messy Monday. Nervous investors pulled money from the market. The worst Dow drop since 9/11. Nearly $700 billion in losses for government pension funds, retirement plans, and investment portfolios that ordinary Americans rely on.
In the short run, adjustments in the financial markets can be painful, both for the people concerned about their investments and for the employees of the affected firms.
One of those firms, Lehman Brothers, now the biggest bankruptcy filing ever after the once mighty brokerage firm collapsed under the weight of $60 billion in bad investments. A company that started the U.S. cotton trade before the Civil War and financed the railroads that built our nation now could leave 25,000 workers on the wrong side of the tracks.
I'm starting to find another job. I have to.
It's terrible. It's terrible. People are grabbing all their stuff.
Meanwhile, the giant insurance company AIG, its share price down 92% this year, got a $20 billion lifeline from New York State, which it may need to keep from sinking.
AIG is next. It's an insurance company that decided to get involved in this kind of banking when it's not a banker.
Banks in general are getting beaten down, and the main culprit remains the harsh hangover from a burst housing bubble.
Until we stem the housing correction, until the biggest part of that is behind us and we have more stability in housing prices, we're going to continue to have turmoil in the financial markets.
This morning there's a lot of discussion about the company Barclays buying part of Lehman Brothers, which might save some of those 25,000 jobs we thought might be lost when Lehman went into bankruptcy. Also this morning, a lot of discussion about more regulations here on Wall Street in the wake of everything that has happened in the past couple days. Jeff Glor, CBS News, New York.
The financial meltdown is now the big topic on the campaign trail. Joining us from Miami, Republican presidential nominee Senator John McCain. Senator, good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
I want to make sure I have this straight now. Yesterday on the campaign trail, you reiterated that you believe the fundamentals of the economy are strong. At the same time, we understand your campaign is issuing an ad that says the economy is in crisis. Which is it?
Well, the economy is in crisis. The fundamentals of our economy are the American worker. American worker is still the most productive, the hardest working, most industrious worker in the world, and I'm proud of them. They've been betrayed by Wall Street, by greed, by excess, and by corruption. And they have been done a great disservice. But if someone disagrees that American workers are aren't the best in the world, we just have a disagreement. They're the fundamentals of and the strength of America. But the point is, greed, excess, corruption has betrayed them, and now we are facing a crisis.
And the answer for which is what? Because throughout your campaign, you have said you are anti-regulation. Would not oversight have helped avert this crisis?
Actually, 2 years ago, I warned that the oversight of Fannie and Freddie was terrible, that we were facing a crisis because of it, or certainly serious problems. And the fact is that we saw a relationship between Fannie and Freddie and the Congress, as well as the administration, which caused the housing market, obviously, was a great contributor in the housing market collapsing as it has, which was a big factor in the problems we're having today. But the influence that Fannie and Freddie had in the inside the Beltway old boy network, which led to this kind of corruption, is unacceptable, and I warned about it a couple of years ago. Do I believe in excess government regulation? Yes, but this patchwork quilt of regulating bodies is designed for the 1930s when they were invented.
Let me ask you this. Earlier this year on the campaign trail, you said, or you admitted, that you didn't know a lot about the economy. Why should voters trust you in these perilous times with the economy of the United States?
You know, that's one of the interesting things about having long conversations. The point is, I was chairman of the Commerce Committee. Every part of America's economy I oversighted. I have a long record, certainly far more extensive, of being involved in our economy than Senator Obama does.
Well, if that's the case, wouldn't you bear more responsibility for some of the crisis we're in?
I warned about it. I have said that this Fannie and Freddie thing was of the most grave importance. And the point also is that Senator Obama took, he's the third highest recipient of contributions from Fannie and Freddie. But the real point is here that it's greed, excess, corruption. We're not going to stand for it. We need to make sure that every person whose bank deposit has made a deposit in a bank is insured. We need to set up a 9/11 commission in order to get to the bottom of this and get it fixed and act to clean up this corruption. Right. What they've done, Harry, is they violated the social contract that capitalism and the citizen have. And we can't ever let this happen again. I'll make sure it never happens again.
All right, Senator McCain, we thank you so much for your time this morning. Do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, Harry.
All right, good to see you. Now here's Maggie.
Joining us now from Washington is Senator Joe Biden, Barack Obama's running mate on the Democratic ticket. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Maggie. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Senator McCain just named some of the same culprits that you and Senator Obama blamed for this crisis yesterday: Wall Street greed and excess, and he called for a restructuring of oversight and regulation. So you seem to be on the same page.
Well, it seems like John's had an epiphany. 9 o'clock yesterday morning, John thought the economy was going great guns and the Bush administration was doing well, and today he thinks it's in crisis. And, you know, I heard John say that the American people are strong. John ought to come to my old neighborhood and find out that foreclosures are sky high, find out gas and grocery prices are up, find out that middle-class people made $2,000 less over this term with the president than they did before he was president. Find out that, in fact, they're in real trouble in terms of their ability to stay in their homes. I mean, I don't understand this. John, quite frankly, confuses me.
But he said that the American worker is what's strong. That's what he meant, and that's what he believes will dig us out.
The American worker is not strong. The American worker is strong. They've been betrayed. They've been betrayed by a tax policy that absolutely screws them, that in fact gives the money to the very wealthiest among us. They've been betrayed by a policy of laissez-faire here that let the big do what they want, don't regulate them. They've been betrayed not only by Wall Street, but by this administration's policies and the policies John has supported.
I think that this morning, Senator, people don't want to look back. They want to look ahead to the next 4 years. Will you take this opportunity to say specifically and clearly what you and Senator Obama will do to fix this? Give me 2 or 3 solutions. I know you've been working on them.
Unlike our opponents, there are clear solutions. 1, do not keep this tax hemorrhaging going. Give the middle-class taxpayers a tax break like we're suggesting. Do not continue the Bush tax cuts that cause us to have to finance our debt through the Chinese to go buy Saudi oil, number 1. Number 2, invest in infrastructure immediately. Spend $70 billion out there rebuilding bridges and infrastructure, roads and the rest. Put people to work. Get jobs going. 3, change the way in which we have bankruptcy work so that a bankruptcy judge can say to a creditor, you know what, we're going to renegotiate, we're going to restate the principal of the mortgage here so this person can stay in their house. Give people a fighting chance instead of the tax policy and the spending policies and the policies of this administration.
Let me ask you finally, Senator Biden, what do you say to voters who wonder if, given the severity of this crisis right now, whether it's the right time to put their faith in a president that has no executive experience and just a handful of years in the Senate?
I'd say take a look at who they put who in fact has had their hand on the wheel the last 8 years. Take a look at that. You want 4 more years of George W. Bush and the laissez-faire policies of John McCain with no regulation over the very people he's now calling predators. Then, in fact, continue it. My Lord, take a look at who got us in this hole. Whose policies? This has been a Republican philosophy of letting Wall Street do what they want and the middle class be damned. It's about time we change it. If I sound like I'm angry, I am fighting mad for middle class people who have been the scapegoat of this economy because of the policies of the McCains and the Bushes.
Senator Joe Biden, thank you. Russ Mitchell is at the news desk this morning. Good morning, Russ.
Good morning, Maggie, and good morning, everyone. There is a new United States military commander in Iraq this morning. General David Petraeus handed over his command to General Ray Odierno in Baghdad. This is Odierno's 3rd tour in Iraq. Petraeus assumed command some 20 months ago and oversaw the troop surge that the government says brought some stability to the war-torn country. Energy costs are being affected by the financial crisis here in the U.S. Concerns about an economic slowdown pushed oil down. Crude dropped more than $3.70 today, trading below $92 a barrel at one point. But gas prices are rising. Regular unleaded jumped 19 cents in the past week, now averaging $3.84 a gallon. And President Bush goes to Texas today to see the aftermath of Hurricane Ike. At least 40 deaths are blamed in the storm, and recovery efforts are moving slowly. Hundreds of thousands are still without electric power in Texas, and at least 37,000 people have been forced from their homes. It is now 7:13 on this Tuesday morning. Dave Price is here with our first check of the weather. Good morning, David.
Good morning to you, Russ. Live picture of Marine One there, where the president's about to depart from Andrews on his way to see that damage. There is some good news, by the way, Russ, and that is that we are past the peak of hurricane season. And it wasn't so much that we had anything above an average season of predicted hurricane strikes. It's where they hit versus staying out in the Atlantic or into the Gulf. They actually hit populated areas, and that's what captured the headlines. But we're past peak right now. Usually we see another storm or two into mid-October, but then beyond there it really dies down. Much of the country looks really just terrific. Look at it from the Northeast to the Ohio Valley, into the Great Lakes, the Great Plains, Central Plains, Northern Plains, out into the Rockies and down to the Southwest and West Coast. Things look really terrific. St. Louis just deluged by rain this month. 9.5 inches, usually have about 1.5 inches. So big change. All right, that's a quick look at the national map. Only real precip is in the southeast today, and that's about to push off to shore. All right, here's an early look at what's going on in your area.
Dave, thank you very much. We're going to take you out live. Malibu coming in with a nice sun-filled shot, just a little bit of haze along the coast. Marine Layer, not a big player for us. Look at the temperatures. We are warm, lots of 90s. In fact, we're warm inland over the next couple of days. Kent, by the weekend, the morning clouds come back, so does the cooler weather.
Just in time for fall. Thanks, meteorologist Henry DiCarlo. I'm Ken Schucknick. Tomorrow morning, starting at 5 a.m., we'll show you high-tech alarm clocks that promise to get you out of bed a little easier without the jangled nerves. We put them to the test tomorrow between 5 and 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's a quick look at your weather picture. Harry, Maggie?
Nice
Thanks,
suit.
Dave.
Thank you very much.
And nice haircut.
I appreciate both those compliments.
Coming up, millions in Texas without power still, thousands stuck in shelters. The latest on devastation from Hurricane Ike also ahead. Baby bottles, water bottles, chemicals and plastics hazardous to your children. We'll check it out. And up next, the Wall Street meltdown has people worried about their personal finances. Our financial advisor, Ray Martin, has answers to your questions next.
This Sunday through Saturday, come in to find great deals on your next appliance at the Sears Your Choice sale. Get 10% off instantly on any home appliance and floor care. And free delivery after online or mail-in rebate, including the top brands. Or choose no interest for 24 months on any appliance over $3.99 with your Sears card. So come in this Sunday through Saturday and make your choice. 10% off and free delivery, or 24 months no interest on your next appliance. Only at Sears.
Miracle at St. Anna is one of the best films of 2008. On September 26th, Spike Lee invites you to solve a mystery 40 years in the making.
No. You know what?
Miracle at St. Anna. Rated R.
Pepper in some fun with Chili's to go.
Thanks for calling Chili's.
Trust Chili's to go to get your order right and right on time. We even give you an exact time so you can pick it up at its fresh, hot, and delicious best. It's just what you'd expect from Chili's to go.
One university understands how you live today and where you want to go tomorrow. University of Phoenix, thinking ahead.
Nasal allergy symptoms like congestion can occur at any time, and it's hard to avoid the things that cause them. Prescription Nasonex helps relieve nasal allergy symptoms, like congestion. Maybe that's why 6 million nasal allergy sufferers used Nasonex last year.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
For more information, talk to your doctor and ask if Nasonex is the one for you.
Sears is asking folks how they're upgrading their fall cleanup. And Al Baker here says he's got a pretty solid idea.
Rakes the yard, builds muscle. Oh, yeah.
This season, upgrade your fall cleanup wisely at Sears. I'm thinking that's going to work a little better for you.
Kids seem to like it.
This week, all Craftsman blowers and chainsaws are on sale, like this chainsaw for only $149.99 and this blower for a low $99.99. This season, fall forward, only at Sears.
You're watching America's fastest growing network morning newscast.
When my doctor told me I had to lower my cholesterol, I was shocked. I worried about the foods I'd have to eat. But you do what you have to.
My wife insists I eat whole grain oats to help lower my cholesterol. I made the commitment for her.
I was told eating certain foods can help lower my cholesterol. I guess it's a sacrifice I have to make.
Honey Nut Cheerio cereal tastes great and can help lower cholesterol.
No one said it would be easy.
Be happy, be healthy.
This is what you want to know. How does the upheaval on Wall Street affect your personal finances? We hit the streets to find out the questions that people are asking, and here with some answers is our financial advisor, Ray Martin. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Maggie.
Number one question we got, where is my money safe? Bank, mutual funds, stocks, in my mattress?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, well, here's what people need to know. You look at your bank accounts. Make sure your deposits are within FDIC insurance coverage limits. $100,000 per individual account, $200,000 per joint account, $250,000 in an IRA. This applies to bank accounts, savings accounts, certificates of deposit that you own in a bank. Money in a brokerage account. With the failure now, the emergency bankruptcy of Lehman Brothers, people are saying, hey, is my money in a brokerage account or mutual funds safe? You have the Securities Investors Protection Corporation, a 4-decades-old federal law that says brokerage accounts are separate from the financial firm. They have to be segregated. That's why you have all this holding company structure. You're protected from a loss of securities in a transfer of 500,000 securities, 100,000 in cash, and then there's overlay insurance on top of that. Mutual funds that you have money in a mutual fund is required to be separate from the holding company that owns or runs or manages those mutual funds. So companies can't dip in there when they have a bankruptcy and take cash from individual investors out of a mutual fund company. We have these protections in place to ensure that companies that get into financial trouble can't take individual investors' money.
Good, so know the limits is the lesson.
That's correct.
All right, number two, we want you to listen to a question about the 401ks.
Okay.
My name is Felicia Daniels, and my question is, should I leave my money tied up in a 401k or put it somewhere else?
Well, Felicia's question gets right to the heart of the matter. Is my money safe in my employer's 401k when you hear about the Lehman Brothers bankruptcy here? First, you should know that if you take money out of your 401k, it'll be taxable as income. It'll be the worst thing you should do. So Felicia, don't withdraw the money.
Your money.
Second, your money, as soon as it comes out of your paycheck, is immediately deposited into a trust account that is protected by federal law from the creditors of your employer. So your employer gets in financial troubles, they can't take your 401k money. And if you leave there, you can transfer it to an IRA or whatever, so it's safe there.
And if you're not retiring for a while, don't even think about it.
Well,
don't even look at it.
I say monitor your 401k at least quarterly. Most 401k plans offer 12 to 15 investment options, which include stable value, money market, bond funds, and stock funds, and diversify. Include the safer options, the guaranteed stable value and bond funds, with your diversified stock funds. And these have to be diversified, and don't get deep into your employer's stock fund in your 401k. Diversify out of the employer's stock in your 401k account.
All right, Ray, we have so many more questions, and maybe we'll have you back tomorrow.
Okay.
And the next day, and the next day.
All right, Maggie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to see you.
Yep.
Coming up in our next hour, how to get a mortgage in this tight credit market. Our coverage of the economy continues. But first, the growing debate over plastics. Are they safe for you and your kids? You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
This portion of The Early Show is sponsored by LendingTree.com. When banks compete, you win.
Mortgage rates are close to historic lows. Refinance with LendingTree to consolidate your debt and lower your monthly payments. Lock into a great fixed-rate mortgage today and let the Leaf work for you. LendingTree. When banks compete, you win.
The original Mavericks. He fights pork barrel spending. She stopped the bridge to nowhere. He took on the drug industry. She took on big oil. He battled Republicans and reformed Washington. She battled Republicans and reformed Alaska. They'll make history. They'll change Washington. McCain-Palin. Real change.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator.
The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Desmond, the doctor will see you now.
It's fruit crepe fever. Sweet cream cheese, luscious fruit, and delectable crepe. Served with all your favorites only at IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy. There's no topping IHOP when it comes to dinner, too.
You've been activated, Jerry.
You know you got the wrong guy.
Disobey and you die.
Somehow, someone is pulling his strings. So who is it? You got a theory? We have a situation.
It's big.
Over the last 2 days, we've received over 200 threats. How are you doing this?
You've planned your escape. Good job.
Eagle Eye. Rated PG-13. September 26th in theaters and IMAX.
Making every game time special all season long. With Walmart's unbeatable prices on all your favorite game time foods, moms can do anything. Save money, live better. Walmart.
You're watching America's fastest growing network morning newscast.
Sometimes, when people are confronted with an extraordinary sales event, they can behave rather badly. So it's with some trepidation that we announce the Land Rover 60th anniversary sales event. Extraordinary offers on all models until September 30th. Remember, behave yourselves.
Every other day there's a new pronouncement about these things. Safe, not safe, what bleeds, what doesn't bleed. We're going to get you some real information about whether or not these are safe for your kids.
The lowdown on plastic is coming up this morning. Also, we're going to bring our financial advisor, Ray Martin, back in our next hour to answer more of your questions because there are so many. Stay with us.
The coast, a good place to be today. It's going to get warm. Here's a live picture of Santa Monica at 7:25 on your Tuesday morning. I'm Suzanne Rico, and here's what's happening. NTSB investigators now back at the site of Friday's deadly Metrolink crash. Today, the focus is on engineer Robert Sanchez. Investigators hoping to learn just what he saw or failed to see moments before the impact. And they hope to review text messaging records to see if he was texting rather than paying attention to a red light signal. And a deadly crash on the 210 freeway in Arcadia. Here's the view from News Chopper 2. 3 vehicles involved here. Crash shut down all but one lane on the eastbound side this morning. It all happened just before 6 a.m. Forced the closure right at Rosemead Boulevard. Right now we want to get more on this and alternate routes in Time Saver Traffic 3D with Henry.
Thank you very much, Suzanne. We'll take you out live first. This is the view from our Inland Empire camera. Things looking good there. But again, the main problem, as you mentioned, that 210 freeway eastbound. Good surface alternate Colorado. And if you can avoid the 210 altogether, that would obviously be a good bet. One other alternate freeway alternate would be the 10. Take the 10. You can see a little slowing as you pull away westbound from the 605. But again, it is a much better bet this morning to take the 10, even though you are on the brakes at times.
Good to know, though, Henry. Thank you for the alternate. Tomorrow morning on CBS 2 News starting at 5 a.m., new alarm clocks promise to make it easier to get up. But do they work? We put them to the test tomorrow morning on CBS 2 News between 5 and 7 a.m. 2-view Doppler forecast. Henry's looking a little bit of fog in some places, but beautiful along the coast. Back in a flash.
New Dr. Phil. Has your family been blindsided by loss?
It was too much for a good man to have to go through.
Preparing for the 7 most challenging days of your life. Today at 4 on CBS
2. Next Insider, Sarah Palin's best friends break their silence.
Sarah is incredibly frugal.
Hollywood outrage over the human sex trade. And in depth with a celebrity love child. Next Insider.
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 2.
Catch all your favorite episodes of CSI New York, now on Spike. Here's your chance to follow the evidence to Spike on a new HD television. Go to CBS2.com now to enter. Brought to you locally by Spike.
Depression disrupts your life, changes your perspective, steals the joy out of living. There is a place you can turn. Take a confidential depression screening test online at priresearch.com.
The Arby's Rescue Brigade trains for the 99-cent barbecue deal.
Brigade, the barbecue is back, and it's available for just 99 cents. Arby's classic oven-roasted beef smothered in tangy barbecue sauce. And at just 99 cents, there's no better time to try one. You growing a mustache, Tuffy? I like it.
Arby's is saving the world from ordinary fast food with the return of barbecue. Get yours for just 99 cents and try our delicious new orange cream swirl shake. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
A little bit hit or miss in terms of that marine layer this morning. Good morning, Henry.
Yeah, interesting. Last check you showed Santa Monica, plenty of sunshine. Here we move to Long Beach, different story. So the cloud coverage patchy along the coast. There is a bit of a marine layer for some of you through the coastal area, so you'll be quite comfortable along the coast 70s. But it's the inland heat, Suzanne. Look at this. 80s downtown. That means lots of 90s today through the inland valleys. We'll have 90s both today and tomorrow through the inland valleys. Slight risk of a mountain thunderstorm. By the weekend, all of us get the morning clouds, and all of us will be very comfortable with temperatures.
We've been warm. Thanks, Henry. Coming up today on CBS 2 News at 11 a.m. Promising new developments in the fight against breast cancer. Researchers say they're close to creating a vaccine. Full story at 11. More of the early show straight ahead now.
We can double your closet space. Turn your garage into a neater place. Now you can rearrange your office the way that you should. Oh, yeah. You never knew organizing feels so good. 1-888-45 Closet World.
Call now to get started and get 35% off plus free installation. Call now.
1-888-45-CLOSET, Closet World.
It's the Arby's Lunch Break Sweepstakes. To enter, go to CBS2.com. You can win a coupon for an awesome combo meal from Arby's. Not just for you, but for everybody in the office. From their classic roast beef sandwich, sliced thin and piled high, to the new Market Fresh menu, you'll be saving your coworkers from ordinary fast food. Enter now. The Arby's Lunch Break Sweepstakes from CBS2 and Arby's. Hurry in for 99-cent barbecue sandwiches. They'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Shannon Doherty reveals all. Next, Rach.
You know, the Secret Service has special code names for each presidential candidate, their running mates, their spouses. Some of the names are creative, sometimes reflecting individual personalities. We'll run down some of those. And now, if you had a Secret Service code name, what do you think yours would be?
I know what yours would be.
Yes, what?
Verma.
Verma? I don't know.
Very intelligent and respected morning anchor.
Wow. Well, thank you.
For a second, I thought you said vermin, and I'm like, that is awful.
It's very close to vermin, which is not an accident.
Welcome back to the early show, everybody.
Also ahead this morning, we will take you to Texas, where the president is this morning. Ike may be long gone, but it's not getting any easier there for tens of thousands of people who still have no place to call home. They don't have any power. We'll bring you a live update in just a moment.
What's a mom, what's a dad to do? Baby bottles, water bottles, other plastic items. It's every other week, every other month, there's a new release about, yes, there's something in there that leaches into the material that's inside. Are they dangerous, especially for children? We'll get some expert advice.
But first, President Bush back in his home state today for a first-hand look at the devastation created by Hurricane Ike. Residents need help there getting basic things. CBS News correspondent Hari Srinivasan is in Houston. Hari, good morning.
When the president visits Houston, someone will probably tell him that almost 70% of the utility customers here are still without electricity. When he tours the greater region, he'll see that they have so much more left to do.
There is misery and survival all along the Texas Gulf Coast. In places like Galveston, survivors are finally being rescued.
I'm gonna need help.
Okay. In places like LaPorte, Texas, they're seeing for the first time what Hurricane Ike took away.
This is my first time back, and we just saw our house, and it's pretty devastating.
In Houston, it is just tough enough to find the bare necessities without power.
No air conditioning.
No air, no home phone.
I gotta have ice for insulin. Me and my mother are both diabetic, so we have to have ice.
And even with water, food, and ice being delivered by the truckload to distribution centers, the waits are long and the tempers short.
There's 100 Walmart parking lots. Why just have this one in this one area?
Even air-conditioned shelters with meals and cots are no consolation for those who fled their homes with nothing more than the clothes on their backs.
This is what you've been wearing for the last 4 days.
Yes. And there are no showers. You can wash in the sink, but it's a mess and very embarrassing.
Memorial Hermann Hospital is one of 2 remaining major trauma centers left open in Houston.
We're just being absolutely inundated with patients with chronic medical needs who dependent on power, dependent on medical technology.
The emergency room is at 300% capacity.
We got too many patients in too small an area. What I need is another hospital next door doing the same thing.
Utility companies are trying to get power back on. Debris is being cleared from the streets, and food is getting into the hands of the hungry. But the patience wears thinner with each passing day.
These are just some of the broken windows left behind from the hurricane-force winds that came through downtown Houston. Workers have already been trying to clear some of those shards out. Now, the good news for downtown here is that most of the office buildings seem to have their lights back on. Hari Srinivasan, CBS News, Houston.
Let's go back to Russ Mitchell now. He has another check of the news headlines. Good morning.
Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, everyone. Wall Street is open for business again this morning. Here's a look at trading on the New York Stock Exchange right now. Stock markets overseas plunged earlier today in the wake of yesterday's sell-off. This morning, General David Petraeus handed over command of coalition forces in Iraq to General Ray Ardernio. Petraeus was in charge for 20 months and is credited with bringing some stability to Iraq. And after the deadly California train collision, the state may ban train operators from using cell phones. The engineer apparently sent text messages before the crash. Dave Price is here now with another check of the weather. Hello again, Dave.
And good morning to you, Russ. Good morning, everyone. Let's take a check, see what's happening all across the country. Let's start out Pacific Northwest, where it's going to remain on the warm side. Look at that. Basking in the sunshine, Seattle and Boise over to Portland. Temperatures in the upper 80s or 90s, about 14 degrees above the norm. Summer heat stretching all the way out to the desert Southwest, and much of the country enjoying some very, very nice weather. Let's widen out, take a look at the national map again. Even as far north and up towards the northern plains, as you take a look at the Dakotas, you're talking about temperatures in the 80s, and throughout the Northeast, things look good. We do have some precipitation, little low pressure system right in the southeast at this point, pushing off into the Atlantic. Other than that, things look very, very nice. That's a quick look at the national maps. Here's an early look at what's going on in your area.
Thank you very much, Dave. This is our live view from Sierra Peak. We're looking back into Orange County, Yorba Linda, Fullerton, Placentia. Plenty of sunshine. You will warm up today. Now, as you look into the weekend, folks, we have some nice weather. Morning clouds, but for today, it's all about the heat. In fact, 90s through the inland valleys.
Sure is, Henry. Thanks. I'm Suzanne Rico. Tomorrow morning, starting at 5 a.m., we're going to show you some new high-tech alarm clocks that promise to get you out of bed easier. We put them to the test tomorrow morning on CBS 2 News.
That's a quick look at the weather picture. Guys, very big birthday. Who? Our old buddy, our good buddy, our family member, Mark McEwen, celebrating 54. Happy birthday, Mark McEwen.
Yes. Wish him much sunshine.
Absolutely. That's a quick look at your weather picture. Mark, have a great day. Harry and Maggie, over to you.
Awesome. Up next, Renegade, Phoenix, Denali.
Like them.
Secret code names for the presidential contenders.
And we're calling this one Hurricane. Her agents are going to go by Hurricane.
Why is that?
University of Miami, your mascot.
Very nice. I want to hear Harry's also when we come back with political strategist Laura Schwartz. This is the early show on CBS. You got one for Harry?
I'm the Flying Dutchman.
That's right.
We gave the C-Class high-strength steel reinforcements, improved aerodynamics, top and bottom, and 100 years of racing heritage only we can provide. You may not see all that went into making the C-Class, but you will feel it. The C-Class starts at $32,975. Test drive one today.
The original Mavericks. He fights pork barrel spending. She stopped the bridge to nowhere. He took on the drug industry. She took on big oil. He battled Republicans and reformed Washington. She battled Republicans and reformed Alaska. They'll make history. They'll change Washington. McCain-Palin. Real change.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
The secret to better hair color? It's Garnier Nutrice. The secret? With a separate grapeseed oil concentrate, Nutrice starts nourishing while you color. Because nourished hair means better color. And only Nutrice nourishes with both grapeseed and avocado oils. For richer, more radiant color. Root to tip. And grays, they're your secret. Discover better color. It's Garnier Nutrice. Nourished hair, better color. Garnier. Take care.
I tried something new. I tried something new. I tried something new. I tried something new to help make my heart stronger. Stronger. Stronger.
Smart Start. Smart Start. Smart Start. New strawberry oat bites. Light crunchy squares made with heart-healthy oats. And the strawberry taste baked right in. It's good to try new things. New is good.
Kellogg's Smart Start. One bowl stronger.
This Sunday through Saturday, come in to find great deals on your next appliance at the Sears Your Choice sale. Get 10% off instantly on any home appliance and floor care. And free delivery after online or mail-in rebate, including the top brands. Or choose no interest for 24 months on any appliance over $3.99 with your Sears card. So come in this Sunday through Saturday and make your choice. 10% off and free delivery, or 24 months no interest on your next appliance. Only at Sears.
Don't really know what I'm gonna do.
I want the joke to be on them.
One of you will be crowned the winner.
The Big Brother season finale, live CBS tonight. Next Tuesday, the NCIS team is breaking up.
Please get them back.
I'm working on it. NCIS season premiere, CBS next Tuesday.
Today we begin a new series called Trail Mix. You know, the stuff with the nuts and the raisins and the little M&Ms and stuff. Interesting stories from the campaign trail. Well, this morning, Secret Service code names for the presidential candidates, their running mates, and spouses. Political consultant Laura Schwartz is here with the Inside Skinny. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry. Or should I say Dutchman?
Dutchman works.
Dutchman might work. Little college connection there.
Yeah. The Central College Flying Dutchman. That's right.
But see, that's too long. You got to shorten up because these used to be secret.
Yeah.
These were the secret code names used to protect the movements of all the candidates a long time ago.
Right.
Now that the Secret Service has secure communications, well, we can all talk about these freely.
So now we really know what the code names of the candidates are?
We know what the code names are, and today we're going to unveil those.
Right here on this little screen. Can we start with John McCain?
Let's do. John McCain's code name is Phoenix. Now, Phoenix makes sense for a couple of reasons, Harry.
Right.
From Arizona, represents them, of course. You got the great city there.
Right.
But also the mythical creature, the Phoenix.
Right.
Went
Rose
to the ashes,
from the
rose
ashes.
again. So you think about 2000,
Interestingly
2008.
enough, exactly, we had him on this morning, and during before we started rolling tape, I said, imagine where you were a year ago. A year ago, September, his candidacy was dead in the water.
Makes a pretty good analogy.
Right. Mrs. McCain, Cindy?
All the spouses have them too, and they always go by the same first initial. So also starting with the P, hers is Parasol. You know, Cindy is very glamorous. She also is very prim and proper to some extent. So they went with Parasol.
So that's
something
Parasol.
fancy.
All right, okay. Let's move on to the Obamas, shall we?
Well, the Obamas.
Right.
First of all, Barack Obama is renegade. Renegade, you know, going against the unconventional, trying to have this change campaign, a new way to run the world.
Who's that?
That's actually Lorenzo Lamas, who, by the way, I think is a McCain supporter. But he did have a short-lived television show called Renegade.
Okay, all right. Thank
Just
you
have to
very much.
stretch there.
I just
have
didn't
to go
know
for
where
this.
that came
It's
from.
also a video game, big video game.
I had no
Saves
idea.
the world, and of course,
There's
our
a
favorite
Jeep Renegade. All right.
I'm sure environmentally conscious.
Michelle, Mrs. Obama?
She is Renaissance for a Renaissance woman. You know, came from the south side of Chicago, got a great education, has beautiful clothes herself. I mean, really a classic woman in design.
Right,
So the Renaissance.
Okay. Shall we move on to the Veeps?
Yes.
Joe
they have
Biden
names too.
and
Joe
Jill?
Biden. Well, Joe Biden's code name is not Celtic for the Boston Celtics.
Right.
Like some of the Secret Service are having trouble keeping straight right now. It's actually Celtic with a hard C.
That's how it's actually pronounced.
And he's Irish.
Right. Yeah,
so
well,
that really, they went with his Irish connection.
Okay.
And his wife,
Jill.
she happens to be Italian. They have to go with the C for Celtic. They went with Capri.
All right, let's go to Sarah Palin and the first dude.
Well, she was just assigned her name last week, and Sarah Palin is Denali.
Right.
Named after a state park up in
It's
Alaska.
the largest mountain in North America, formerly
Really?
known as Mount McKinley. It's Denali.
Well, isn't that interesting? So
I'm
you
here
got
for you in so many.
Denali.
What about
It's
him?
also a pipeline. See the pipeline?
Right, okay.
Okay, Todd Palin is called a driller. He is driller.
Denali,
He's up
driller.
there on the North Slope. So again, kind of creative. They have a good time with it. And, you know, they keep it for all the family.
Drill, baby, drill. Laura Schwartz, thanks so much. Do appreciate it.
Thanks, Dutchman.
Now to our election series, 50 days, 50 states. It's now 49 days until Election Day, and today the focus is on Utah. It has 5 electoral votes. In 2004, George W. Bush won in a landslide with 71% of the vote. Senator John McCain has a strong lead in this solidly Republican state. A recent Mason-Dixon poll shows McCain has the support of 62% of likely voters. Barack Obama trails with only 23%. Democrats have not written off Western states, though, like Utah, although the poll found voters agree more with McCain's positions on energy and the economy. Here's Maggie.
Thanks, Harry. Up next, the debate over plastics. Dr. John LaPuca is with me. He's going to tell us what to look for and why the number that you'll find under many plastics can tell you a lot. You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
Made with whole soy and real fruit. Soy Joy may induce frolicking. Soy Joy, fortified with optimism. Visit soyjoy.com to learn more about the many health benefits of whole soy and download great coupons.
What do you want as your reward?
I want to take all my ladies out to a really nice dinner. Hey! My daddy's gonna sit right between you.
Hello, hello. Chase Freedom introduces rewards points you can use like cash to get anything you want.
I want a new house. For Rufus. Oh, Rufus, what kind of house would suit you?
With the Chase Freedom credit card, use your points to get any item, any place. Freedom matters. Chase what matters.
If you're taking a prescription medication, talk to your CVS pharmacist about a generic alternative. Generics are just as effective as brand name drugs and can save you up to 80%. Talk to me or your local CVS pharmacist. CVS Pharmacy, for all the ways you care.
The Saturn Aura. With the best highway fuel economy of any mid-size sedan, an EPA estimated 33 miles per gallon highway from the company that's rethinking everything. Hurry in now and get the Saturn employee discount.
Describe the two soups, please.
Hydrolyzed vegetable protein and MSG.
And the next one.
Chicken, 100% natural, white meat. Carrots, the Peterson-Jacobs farms, I believe.
Unlike Progresso soups, new Campbell's Select Harvest soups never contain artificial flavor or MSG. Just real ingredients, real taste.
Thank you.
Morning, Cam. Morning, Bob. Good morning, Scott Tissue.
Can everyone hear me? Just barely.
Great, let's get started.
Surprise! You guys.
Now Scott Extra Soft is softer than ever, and one mega roll has more sheets than 4 of the competition's regular rolls.
This up here and then.
Wow! This is really soft. You guys.
New guy.
Scott Extra Soft Tissue. Softness done right.
Shrink my wrinkles? Easy. With L'Oreal's new Revitalift Anti-Wrinkle Concentrate.
A daily serum that's clinically proven to shrink the length and width of wrinkles.
Do I see a difference? Every day.
Shrink your wrinkles with new Revitalift Anti-Wrinkle Concentrate by L'Oreal.
Start your day with Centrum Performance, because your busy life requires more energy. Centrum Performance is the energy-activating multivitamin, charged with higher levels of B vitamins that can help your body find more energy. Energy-activating Centrum Performance.
The Early Show continues now from the General Motors building in New York City.
This morning in Health Watch, can plastics make you sick? Today, the Food and Drug Administration is going to look into whether a compound that's used in plastics called BPA is safe. Joining us is CBS News medical correspondent Dr. John LaPook. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's the controversy over this bisphenol A or BPA?
Well, it's everywhere, right? More than 90% of us have it in our body. And the question is it safe? And the problem is that most of the studies are in rats and mice where it's shown it can do some harm. It acts like an estrogen. It can mimic estrogen in the body, and so you can affect breast development. You can maybe change the timing of puberty, but that's in rats. What about in man? Well, 2 weeks ago, for the first time, there was a study in monkeys showing that it can affect brain development. This has heated up the controversy, and this afternoon the FDA is going to meet about it.
Okay, so let's say we want to avoid it just in case. How do we know what it's in?
It's not easy because it's not clearly labeled. Okay, one thing is that on the bottom of hard plastic containers, it makes plastic hard. On the bottom of the hard plastic containers is the number 7. So it's over here. There's a 7. Go try to figure out a 7. Right. It's etched in. It's blue on blue, but that says that there's bisphenol A.
Okay, so if it has a 7, no.
That's a no.
the only
right.
number?
For now, that's the one that we know for sure.
Okay.
Now, it's also in the lining of cans. It's in soda cans and food cans. It can potentially leach out. That's the fear. So it's in cans.
What about baby bottles?
Baby bottles differ. Some of them are clearly labeled bisphenol A free.
Oh, let me
other
show
ones,
this. See, oh, that's something to look for. Safe bisphenol A free plastic. This is what you want to look for.
And, well, if you want to avoid BPA, because there is a controversy about it, okay?
Right. Well, let's just say for this segment that we want to avoid it just because there's a slight doubt.
Right.
Now, what about when this is what I wonder about, when you microwave plastic baby bottles or when you put them in the dishwasher?
Right. If you put them in the dishwasher with harsh detergent, if you microwave them, there's the potential, theoretically, that it can leach out. The BPA can leach out and potentially contaminate your food. So the National Toxicology Program, the NTP, is saying avoid this if you want to avoid BPA exposure.
And what about this, just real quick? Why do you have this?
These are frozen foods. You know, if you want to avoid fresh foods, frozen foods aren't going to have BPA in it. This is cold. This is frozen.
So you want to go fresh?
Go fresh whenever you can.
All right.
Better to be safe than sorry, I think is what people are saying if you're trying to avoid any kind of danger. You can't avoid danger in our society, right?
Makes sense. Dr. John LaPook, thank you. We'll be right back. You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
CBS Health Watch, sponsored by Silk Soy Milk. Silk, take a sip forward.
I started drinking Silk because I wanted to get healthier. I poured a glass of the Silk. I had just poured the container and I drank it, and it tasted really good. So I go to John, come here for a minute, come and try this. So he comes over and he takes the glass and he drinks and he goes like, wow, that is good. That's really good. It's creamy, it's tasty. I said, I know, it tastes great. He got thumbs up from Rose, if that means anything to anybody.
Silk has soy protein, antioxidants, and omega-3s, plus all the calcium and vitamins A and D of milk. Silk. Take a sip forward.
In retirement, there are plenty of ifs to go around, like if our savings will last. A MetLife income annuity can help boost your spending power with a higher stream of guaranteed income. To consider MetLife annuities, consult your financial professional.
What's new in the neighborhood? All-you-can-eat riblets, all-you-can-eat shrimp, or all-you-can-eat chicken fingers. Your choice, starting at just $9.99 for a limited time only, and only at Applebee's. It's a whole new neighborhood.
You're watching America's fastest-growing network morning newscast.
So, Jillian, you had occasional irregularity. I know that you were just living with.
That was my normal. I thought that was normal.
What changed?
I saw Activia in my mom's fridge, and I took out this little green container, tried it for a couple weeks, and it's liberating.
Activia is clinically proven to help regulate your digestive system in 2 weeks when eaten every day.
So, Jillian, do you still think occasional irregularity is normal?
Maybe, but I like my new normal.
Activia! An American tradition is the spirit of our people and the care that they take in what they do.
It's the best prices in town, clean, friendly, beautiful. I just love it. Everything.
Your staff is great. They're always very congenial. They're quick to answer my questions.
And say to brothers, there's a difference you can tell. An American tradition to serve your family well.
Wait, I know that chick. Hey, bud, what's up? Just watching some high-definition television. Looks so real. It is real. It's a window. Yeah, well, my cable doesn't have as many HD channels, so... You know you can get more HD channels with AT&T's Advanced TV? Hey, isn't that your... Shh, it's my favorite part. No, isn't that your car getting towed? Yes! My car is on TV! In HD!
It's easy to beat cable with AT&T. Get more HD channels than cable. $200 cash back on select combined plans when you order online.
California's leading environmental groups all oppose Proposition 7 because it's deeply flawed. It effectively eliminates small renewable energy producers.
I went into the solar energy business 32 years ago for all the right reasons. And now Proposition 7 threatens my business for all the wrong reasons. Prop 7 could cost California thousands of good green jobs.
Join California's leading environmental groups and vote no on Prop 7.
Dionne Warwick has this delightful little book out for kids now. I Say a Little Prayer.
Oh, perfect title.
Remember from the song, her hit song, but it's really about some other things too. And she's going to be along with the book, and she's going to sing for us in our next hour.
All the goodness of Stouffer's just got faster. New Stouffer's Easy Express. Family-sized meals made for the microwave and ready in less than 20 minutes. Delicious meals everyone will enjoy. New Stouffer's Easy Express.
The original Mavericks. He fights pork barrel spending. She stopped the bridge to nowhere. He took on the drug industry. She took on big oil. He battled Republicans and reformed Washington. She battled Republicans and reformed Alaska. They'll make history. They'll change Washington. McCain-Palin. Real change.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
Want to know a secret? Some adults don't eat breakfast. That's why there's Delicious Ensure. Complete balanced nutrition, vitamins, minerals, food energy. If you don't eat right, eat smart. Ensure. Nutrition for a healthier you.
Tonight, Dave's got Kiefer Sutherland.
Is that one of my suits? Seriously.
Plus, great moments in presidential speeches and late show tips for green living tonight.
My fibromyalgia muscle pain wasn't something you could see, but I felt it all over. Some days, I had to push myself to leave the house and do everyday things. Then my doctor told me about prescription Lyrica. It's not an antidepressant, Lyrica is FDA approved for fibromyalgia.
And clinical studies have shown that Lyrica can help reduce the unique pain of fibromyalgia and improve function.
So now I have less pain, and I can do more during my day.
Lyrica is not for everyone. Tell your doctor about any serious allergic reaction that causes swelling or affects breathing or skin or changes in eyesight, including blurry vision or muscle pain with fever or tired feeling. Some of the most common side effects of Lyrica are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands and feet. Do not drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. You should not drive or operate machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you.
Help for fibromyalgia pain can start here. Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
We're live at Los Angeles International Airport for this picture at 7:55 on a Tuesday morning. Clear skies overhead. Good morning. I'm Ken Shocknick. Here's what's happening. In Sacramento, California lawmakers finally have agreed to a state budget. Early this morning, they all voted, 78 days late. This is the state's longest ever budget stalemate. The state legislature passed a main budget bill in a session that lasted until 2 this morning. The state budget proposal accelerates income tax payments rather than relying on borrowing or new taxes. But Governor Schwarzenegger may veto the new budget plan because he says it borrows too heavily from taxpayers. Today, federal crash investigators plan to try to recreate what happened in the moments before last Friday's deadly Metrolink crash in Chatsworth. They hope to find out if the crash could have been avoided. Authorities also are focusing on engineer Robert Sanchez to learn just what he saw or didn't see moments before the impact that killed more than 24 Metrolink riders. Another hot late summer day shaping up across the Southland. Meteorologist Henry DeCarlo has your 2-view Doppler forecast. Henry, how hot is hot?
Well, we're going to find lots of 90s through the inland valleys today, Kent. You do find a few clouds out there, and they'll start to build over the mountains, so the mountain communities could even see a chance of a thunderstorm or two, and maybe even a little humid there as well, so a little uncomfortable. 85 is just a few degrees above average. That's downtown, but we know the inland valleys will be well into the 90s today. We'll keep it that way over the next couple of days. The good news, Kent, as we head towards the weekend, especially Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll notice morning clouds and some mild conditions coming back into the forecast, but definitely summer still with us both today and tomorrow.
Welcome news, Henry. Thanks. Tomorrow morning on CBS 2 News starting at 5 a.m., new alarm clocks that promise to make it easier to get out of bed. We put them to the test tomorrow on CBS 2 News between 5 and 7 a.m. Time Saver Traffic is next.
That's her 4th free sample.
And I still can't taste the fiber.
Yeah, what's the deal? Fiber One yogurt. This is too good to be fiber.
It's too creamy to be fiber.
May I be of assistance?
Yes, I've tried all of these yogurts and there's no fiber in any of them.
Actually, there is. It's on the box.
So we gotta eat the box to get the fiber?
20% per serving.
She's almost had a whole day's worth already.
Fiber One yogurt. Cardboard, no. Delicious, yes.
There are plenty of lawyers out there, believe me. So where do you go to find the one that's right for you? The phone book? A friend, maybe. For the right lawyer for your specific needs, there's only one place to go. Lawyers.com.
Lawyers.com offers exclusive Martin Del Hubble peer review ratings and reliable lawyer profiles to help you find the expertise you need right in your area. If you need a lawyer, you've got options. Find the help that's right for you at Lawyers.com.
Very serious accident on the 210 freeway this morning, slowing things down. Henry, you've got Time Saver Traffic 3D.
Yeah, been rough for the last couple of hours. Here's that 210, that SIG alert, approaching Baldwin, in fact, down to 1 lane, and it looks like the traffic tied up well past the 605 freeway, so eastbound looking a little rough. Surface street alternate would be Colorado or use the 10.
Oh, that's what we'll do then. Henry, thanks. Coming up today on CBS 2 News at 11 a.m., promising new developments in the fight against breast cancer. Researchers say they're close to a vaccine at 11 a.m. There's more of the early show straight ahead.
Sometimes, when people are confronted with an extraordinary sales event, they can behave rather badly. So it's with some trepidation that we announce the Land Rover 60th Anniversary Sales Event. Extraordinary offers on all models until September 30th. Remember, behave yourselves.
The Arby's Rescue Brigade trains for the 99-cent barbecue deal.
Brigade, the barbecue is back, and it's available for just 99 cents. Arby's classic oven-roasted beef smothered in tangy barbecue sauce. And at just 99 cents, there's no better time to try one. You growing a mustache, Tuffy? I like it.
Arby's is saving the world from ordinary fast food with the return of barbecue.